recording and hand it over to Victoria.
Wonderful. Okay, let me just unspotlight myself. Okay. Welcome. I know people are still going to be rolling in over the next few minutes, so we'll just get started and I'm sure people will come as they come. So welcome to our December 2021 Antioch MFA program commencement. My name is Victoria Chang and I'm the program chair. We're so excited to be here with you today to celebrate your big milestone. Without further ado, I'm happy to introduce Mark Hauer, our provost of Antioch's Los Angeles campus.
Thank you, Victoria. I want to start by, of course, by welcoming everyone to the Antioch University Los Angeles MFA Creative Writing Commencement Ceremony, December 2021. Excuse me. Graduates, family members, partners, and friends of these graduates, faculty, staff, students, alumni, Chancellor Groves, and honored guests, thank you all for joining this ceremony today, recognizing and celebrating the accomplishments of these MFA students. Commencement marks the transition from student candidates to full-fledged graduates. Graduates, a special welcome to you and congratulations. Your hard work and sacrifice have allowed you to realize your goals. I am delighted to acknowledge your achievements and to welcome you into the community of Antioch alumni. Congratulations to each of you. Now, while we celebrate your achievements, it's also true that you arrived here at this point with support from a lot of other folks. Let's take a moment to acknowledge those contributions on those folks, those people. So first, the families and friends, welcome and thank you again. The graduates here today have achieved much, and your support, love, and assistance have been critical to their success. In a sense, you have been part of this MFA program's journey for each of these Antioch students, and the community of Antioch celebrates your support as well. Thank you so much. You're really part of this program and this journey. MFA faculty. Now, of course, you've been a big part of this experience. The MFA faculty have guided student learning at every step, developed the curriculum, shared their expertise, provided valuable feedback and encouragement to do and to be your best. Now, that is probably insufficient, but I think every student will know how much has been provided by the faculty. And I just want you to take a moment when you have a chance to thank your individual faculty members for the support they've given. I know it's enriched their lives professionally and personally as well. Now, for the MFA staff, I feel I have to take an extra moment on that too, because, you know, this day, this commencement is when those of us who are part of the support staff, administrators, etc., this is when we realize why we're doing this work. This is a day that's important to us as well. I want to particularly note that Natalie and Daisy have received a great deal of praise throughout these residencies and the presentations of the Taraco graduates. It's just heartwarming to hear you, your support students to these two individuals, but also to the staff generally. Thank you for your exemplary work, Daisy and Natalie, and all of the MFA staff. So now I want to invite Victoria Chang, who is program chair for the program, of course, for MFA at this moment. And she's going to introduce our Chancellor William Groves. Thank you.
Thank you. And we have a really special guest today, and I'd like to welcome the Chancellor of Antioch University, William Groves, to our virtual podium.
Great, thanks, Professor Chang. Good day, good morning, good afternoon, whatever it may be for you. It's afternoon here. You are all Antiochians, and I want to congratulate you. It's a pleasure being here today and to share this occasion with you and your families. So I bring greetings from the Board of Governors of Antioch University and from the entire administrative team, including and especially the Chancellor's Cabinet today. I know this Zoom ceremony isn't quite the same and maybe lacking in some of the pomp and circumstance of an auditorium graduation ceremony, but nonetheless, I'm honored to be invited to be here by the faculty and staff and to participate and to be one of the first to have the opportunity to congratulate you on the conferral of your degree. So congratulations. Having spoken to many students in many programs, I know you may have had doubts when you applied for the program. You may have had doubts when you walked in the first day of the program, but you did it. And I just want to congratulate you. And I also want to thank you. I want to thank you for choosing Antioch University and this amazing, innovative MFA program. We know you had many choices for such programs, and as Chancellor, I want to thank you for allowing us to be your partner in this journey for your MFA degree. And as always, I want to thank the faculty and staff who have led this program and provided the amazing and rich high-touch learning environment that this program has become known for, even during a pandemic. So we're very proud of them, and we're very proud of you graduates. Finally, I just want to recognize that you have accomplished this work in a time marked by both an ongoing 2-year pandemic, as well as a period of great social and political turmoil. It's been a time fraught with assaults on the progress of social change and racial justice. It's been a time marked by assaults on our very democracy. It's been a time when violent insurrection against our democratic institutions has become an acceptable political tool. And it's simply been overwhelming. And in the midst of all that, you wrote, you refined your skills, and you found your voice in this program. So that is an amazing feat. I hope you use those skills for good, for progress, and for democracy, because democracy itself is in peril. And without it, we can have no social justice. Today, you become alumni of Antioch University. You join over 75,000 other alumni across the country and the globe. And I hope you're proud of this institution, its values and its mission, and that you will develop a habit of giving through alumni gifts over your careers. There are many needs of the institution, especially scholarships, and those funds will contribute to and help educate the next generation of writers. So as alumni, we want you to be involved in the life of this institution. And we want to be involved in your lives and keep track of you and be cheerleaders for you in your life's journey as writers or in whatever endeavors you have. To that end, you will be shortly receiving the next edition of our alumni magazine. It's in the mail. It's our 4th edition. It's gorgeous. It's full of amazing stories, many of which were written by students and graduates of this program. So I want to thank those who helped write for this edition. I've read it. You're going to love it. And I just want to thank you deeply for your contributions to it. We look forward to a long relationship with you as alumni and part of our alumni family. So again, congratulations and our best wishes for you and for your amazing career in writing. Thank you.
Thank you so much. What a lovely speech. And we're so honored to have you join us today.
Thank you for inviting me.
Thank you. Next, we have our graduating student commencement speaker, Kara Melissa Sharp.
Hi, everyone. I've written something for the graduating class of December 2021 for my fellow Taracos. As we head out into the world with our MFAs, we stop and reflect on our time at Antioch, but also on moving forward without the structure of Antioch's packet deadlines and mentors pushing us across the finish line. We find ourselves questioning all things writerly. What does it mean to be a writer? Judy Blume said, those of us who write do it because there are stories inside us burning to get out. Writing is essential to our being. If you aren't published, are you a writer? Writing is the only thing that when I do it, I don't feel I should be doing something else, said Gloria Steinem. If no one has ever read your words on the page, are you a writer? According to Neil Gaiman, yes. The best thing about writing fiction is that moment where the story catches fire and comes to life on the page, and suddenly it all makes sense and you know what it's about and why you're doing it and what these people are saying and doing, and you get to feel like both the creator and the audience. Everything is suddenly both obvious and surprising, and it's magical and wonderful and strange. If you don't write every day, are you a writer? Joan Didion said, I write entirely to find out what I'm thinking, what I'm looking at, what I see, and what it means, what I want and what I fear. Can you be a writer if you don't know any other writers? Tony Cade Bambara once said, writing is a legitimate way, an important way to participate in the empowerment of the community that names me. Yes, of course you can be a writer if you don't know any other writers, but you must also commit to writing. And when you do, you will find your people. What led each of us to Antioch is our own story, but the fact that we are all here together is our collective story. What does it mean to be a Turaco? We are the last graduating class that began our residency in person at the Culver City campus, that shared awkward meetings at the social mixers in December 2019, that met on campus after hours for pizza, wine, and an open mic in one of the classrooms, just because, that shared real in-person hugs, in-person laughter, perhaps even in-person tears. We show up for each other. We sit in Zoom rooms during each other's debut published pieces. We welcome new Turacos with open arms. We read each other's new and old work, published and unpublished. We meet almost monthly to check in and share our words and to listen to each other. We send each other manuscripts to get peer feedback. We send in short check-in emails to make sure folks are doing okay. We are each other's readers, each other's supporters, colleagues, and friends. When I began researching a low residency MFA, I read several times over about the community of writers I would become a part of. Once the pandemic hit and I found myself with little time to do work, as did most of us, with our world shifting inside out and upside down, some folks suggested I take a leave of absence. What they didn't know was that this program, this community, was saving me. The requirement to give myself space to be brave on the page and write and read with deadlines moved me forward in my writing, even just in my day-to-day life. I had purpose, I had people, we had each other. But for some of us, taking an LOA was the only way to keep moving forward. We have to do what works for us, and Antioch gave us the flexibility to do that while continuing to stay connected. If you took an LOA, are you still a Turaco? Absolutely. Once a Turaco, always a Turaco. In the words of Jasmine Ward, my dear Turacos, persist, read, write, and improve. Tell your stories. Accept rejection until you find acceptance, but don't become disheartened. Stop writing and you remove yourself from the conversation. Remember, we are here, cheering each other on. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Kara. That was a beautiful speech. Nancy said in the chat, I came into Antioch crying and I'm going to leave crying, and that's me too. I'll just cry the whole time. So it is my distinct pleasure to introduce my colleague, our incredible program chair, Victoria Chang, who will deliver a few remarks.
Thank you so much. What a lovely speech. I really enjoyed that. And for those of you who don't know, our cohorts are named. Right now, we're in birds, and well, in this particular set of cohorts. So the Turacos is this lovely green bird with this beautiful little crown at the top. So as I mentioned earlier, my name is Victoria Chang, and I'm the program chair of the MFA program in creative writing at Antioch. Congratulations, Turacos. I'm proud of all of the cohort's students and alums of this program, but I'm particularly proud of this cohort, one that has been incessantly buffeted by crises during a particularly challenging few years. As Kara said, this is our last cohort that has been on campus for a residency, if you can believe it. Let's keep our fingers crossed that we can be back in person in some capacity in June of 2022. This week, we lost the great feminist writer, critic, and scholar, Bell Hooks. Hooks has written so many things that I have found moving and useful. I've been reading her poems to you during this week at our readings. One of the other things she said is, what we do is more important than what we say or what we say we believe. This has been a driving principle in my time working in the MFA program at Antioch. We have tried our best to live our values on a daily basis, and every single decision, every email we've sent, every interaction we've had with our community was and is refracted through our university's social justice mission. So my time as program chair is coming to an end, and I'm very proud of this program and all of our efforts to make this program the strongest one it can be. And as I said, one that lives its mission every single day. As I mentioned in my note to the community a few weeks ago, this transition doesn't mean goodbye. Transitioning will enable me to meet the increasing demands of my literary life while continuing to support, contribute to, and teach within the MFA program. We've accomplished so many things during my time here, and that's why our students call us the Dream Team. We really are the Dream Team, and each member of this team is absolutely instrumental to the MFA program's success. Thank you to Lisa Lacascio Nighthawk, Natalie Truhan, Daisy Salas, Dasha Sedenko, Jessica Calderon, and Ashley Garikoa for doing an A+++ job. There's a plus for each of you. I also want to give a special shout out to Dasha Sedenko, and I'm going to do it quickly so I don't embarrass you, who just graduated from Antioch's MAP program. So congratulations, Dasha. I also want to give another shout out to the Turacos, who've raised a record amount of funding to support the Eloise Klein Healy Scholarship Fund, led by Kelly Hauer. Thank you so much, Kelly. You've raised over $3,000, which helped us meet our ambitious and historic goal of $50,000, which we just met this past week. The success of this program for you, the Turacos, wasn't how many pages you've written or how many things you've published, but rather the friends that you've made. These are the friends who will lift you up when you most need it as a writer and human. And these are the friends who will need you to lift them up too. Be kind to each other and hold each other and the work accountable. When you leave here, as Kara said, you won't have our grueling deadlines, our supportive program coordinators, or your mentors to motivate you, but you will have your friends, and you will make more friends within our Antioch MFA family. There are over 1,200 of you scattered like joy in the world. The biggest challenge facing you now is to keep writing without deadlines or mentors, but know that you have everything you need. Just sit down and write. The French writer and philosopher Albert Camus said, "The purpose of a writer is to keep civilization from destroying itself," unquote. Our role in society is more important now than ever. I'm confident that each of you Turacos will make a difference in the world through your words and actions, and we'll be here cheering you on. So just sit down and write. Thank you. Next, I would like to welcome back Lisa to introduce our commencement speaker and guest, Anjali and Jetty.
Thank you so much, Victoria, for those beautiful words. They're going to stay with me, as I know they will with all of our Turacos. So it is my great pleasure to introduce our commencement speaker, Anjali and Jetty. Please welcome her.
Thank you to Victoria and Kara for those beautiful words. Thank you to everyone at Antioch for inviting me to participate in this residency, and congratulations, graduates and families of graduates. It is such a privilege and honor to speak with you today. To the graduates, I'd like to start out by saying, I hope you are tremendously proud of what you've achieved. I graduated from my own low residency MFA program in 2015, and I remember all too well how intense it could be. You've worked really hard, you've toiled late into the night, you've revised your work until your vision blurred, dog-eared and highlighted multiple texts, and have completed the bulk of the requirements for this degree during a global pandemic. Please take some time to step back and celebrate yourselves. I hope you appreciate the magnitude of this accomplishment under such stressful circumstances. I've spent the last 2 years taking comfort in words, not just any words, but honest words. I'm the kind of person who would much rather stare down the truth than hope for something better. As such, I've returned to the wisdom of some of our greatest truth tellers, Toni Morrison, Arundhati Roy, Bell Hooks, among many others. With unflinching honesty, their writings have always guided us through the ugliness of our realities while surrounding us in love. Their words continue to shine a light on the road to a more just world. It's the late, great science fiction author Octavia Butler who seems to have nailed this particular moment. In her 1993 novel, Parable of the Sower, she writes, "That's all anyone can do right now. Live, hold out, survive. I don't know whether good times are coming back again, but I know that won't matter if we don't survive these times." It has been a tough time to thrive as a human, let alone survive, but it's also been a tough time to be a writer. The pandemic has taken much away from us and has introduced a kind of grief and loneliness we could never have imagined a few years ago. I've spent a lot of time lately reassessing what kind of person I want to be on this planet, and at a more granular level, what kind of writer I want to be. When I set out on this journey more than 20 years ago, I established a strict writing routine, concrete publication goals, and focused on building a pathway brick by brick to achieve those goals. This time of isolation and quarantine, of online events, of protests, of vaccine inequity, extremism, of caring for loved ones who test positive for COVID, and finding alternative ways to build community through it all, have shown me that many of my former writerly goals were not worthy goals to begin with. They were too steeped in the whims of a problematic industry and not enough on a personal endeavor to challenge, deconstruct, and reimagine what narrative can be and who it can help liberate. Let me take this time to assure you of something you already know deep within your bones. You are a writer. It is a title and identity you have more than earned. The question in this particular moment is, how will you choose to move through this world as a writer? To tweak the wise words of the poet Mary Oliver, tell me, what is it you plan to do with your wild and precious writerly life? Only you can answer this question. But now allow me to offer my own take. Be brave and be kind as a writer. Write what scares you. Interrogate your point of view, your perspective, your biases, and question your motives for telling a particular story. Seek out folks whose criticism will inspire you to do better, to persist, to discover the best story that only you can tell. Continue to strive, grow, and cultivate yourself as both a human being and as an artist. But be kind to yourself too. Take many breaths, take many breaks, sleep in fuzzy flannel pajamas, snuggle with loved ones on the sofa, Savor every bite of comfort food. Nourish yourself well and always. The world that will receive your words can be beautiful and supportive. It can raise you up, but it can also be harsh and unkind. When necessary, protect yourself and protect your words. Don't let any part of the business take away any part of who you are as a person or as a writer. Don't let it reduce you to a smaller version of your mighty selves. I wish for you all the writing life you desire, the writing life of your dreams. But in these trying times, I hope you remember to find ways to take good care of yourselves too. For no matter what genre you write in, whether in fiction or poetry or memoir, remember that writing above all else must first be a love letter you write to yourself. Thank you and congratulations, new graduates.
Thank you so much, Anjali. I know that we will be remembering your words as we move forward in our work. Now, we would like to present to you our graduating cohort, the Taracos.
It is my distinct honor to present the Taracos, the December 2021 graduating cohort of the Antioch University Los Angeles Master of Fine Arts in Creative Writing program. Please join me in celebrating these accomplished writers who have shown great tenacity, resilience, and commitment in completing their degrees. Regina Brooks. Peggy Jung. Pallavi Devon. Carrie Ebel. Sona Gavorkian. John Goggin. Lucas Randolph. Kelly Riggle Howard. Rosette. Kara Melissa Sharp. Antoinette M. Wiley. Nancy Wu. Congratulations to the Taracos.
Thank you so much. Maybe we can just unmute and so we can hear some noise and just give our Taracos a great round of applause.
Congratulations.
Y'all are amazing.
Okay, so now we're going to confer the degrees, and let me put myself back in gallery. Provost Hauer, on behalf of the faculty, I present to you for appropriate recognition the candidates for the degree of Master of Fine Arts in Creative Writing.
I'm sorry, folks. Okay, here it is. Upon the recommendation of the faculty of the MFA of Antioch University, Los Angeles, and by the authority vested in me by the Board of Governors of Antioch University, I hereby confer upon you the degree of Masters of Fine Arts with all of the rights and honors and responsibilities pertaining thereto. Now that your degrees have been conferred, it's time for an academic tradition signifying your official transition from candidate to graduate, marking the beginning of the next stage in your life. You may all now move your tassel from the right side of your mortarboard to the left side of your mortarboard. Again, signifying that you've transitioned into a graduate. Congratulations.
Thank you, Mark. Congratulations, graduates. And I just want to, everyone, just bear with me to unmute one more time and just give everyone a huge, big round of applause to all the great Turacos who are graduating today. So everyone just please unmute.
You rock.
Good job, Turacos.
Thank you. So now we'll be transitioning to the part of our commencement where we get to hear from our graduating students. So we're going to go ahead and pick on people when you raise your hand. And so if you could just please raise your virtual hand and I will call on you to speak. So I'm just going to give you a few seconds to decide who would like to go first. And I always say I'm very comfortable with awkward silence, so take your time. Kelly. I knew Kelly was going to go first. Thank you, Kelly.
It's a habit I've been trying to bury a little, but you know, sometimes you got to go first. I feel so lucky to be part of a group that got to sit in a circle in person and to make wild Turaco noises across the circle with Nancy. The degree to which this cohort and this program will stay in my life can't be overstated. And I know I'm not the only one who feels this way. And at the end of our first residency, the Turacos did their little screechy calls and made me be the speaker at the closing circle. And I wrote a tiny sonnet, and I'm going to do a little blast to the past and read it now. Turacos, little known wonders. Alternate title, I'll have to say I love you in a sonnet. Turacos warble in wild unison to designate a call bird for their group. I'm that call bird. I speak Turaco lore, trill our stories, poems, bright flash fiction, our sweet and piercing diction when we meet, nonfiction tales of karaoke nights, flights or call them runs of genre crossing, plumage rocking Mexican chocolate cake, lending and taking, pens, forks, true love, cover, reveal, grab wine in toes at Trader Joe's, ingratiate our raucous selves to you, bonding as a cohort, moving outward. Our opposable fourth toe hooks into your hearts. We join you, seasoned birds, in making art. And I would say that we have all hooked into one another's hearts too. Thank you, Turaco friends and family and Dream Team and all of our friends and family here to support us today.
Thank you so much, Kelly. I remember that so clearly and vividly. It feels like yesterday, but I know a lot of time has passed, and congratulations. Anyone else would like to go next? Lucas.
Okay. Well, I didn't say anything sentimental last night, and I'm not going to break that tradition. I'm not going to say anything too sentimental tonight or today either. I just, I'm so grateful to this program. I didn't, they say my mom is recording me right now behind the computer. Yeah, thank you. She put it away. That was stressful. They say that when I was looking for a MFA program, I'm looking at the chat right now. Yeah, thank you. That was stressful. It is family love though. I was looking for the MFA program. It was talking about community and finding your writing community. And that's what I wanted. And if I'm being honest, I didn't believe I was going to find it. I was like, yeah, that's great. That's what I want. I think in my graduation application, I think I even mentioned that, I think that's what we're supposed to do, right? You say, I'm looking for the community. And it is true. I was looking for the community, but I didn't believe it. I didn't think I was going to find it. But I did. And that's, of course I improved in writing, all those things that you're supposed to get at MFA program, but I found the community, and that's what surprised me the most. And I honestly believe I'm going to keep the community going forward. Like, I know that I made friends for life. And I think that's my biggest takeaway from this program. And I'm so grateful for that. I'm grateful to the administrators, to the faculty, to the mentors, and just, to everyone that enabled that process to happen. So yeah, looking forward to keeping it going and staying in touch and all the good stuff. So thank you.
Thank you so much, Lucas. That was really lovely. Who would like to go next? Peggy.
Hi, it's great to join you all today. Congratulations to all the Taracos and to the amazing MFA team, friends, and family who helped us arrive at this day. Thank you so much. At our closing circle yesterday, I shared my love letter to you all. And today, I would like to dedicate my degree to my father, who passed away 9 years ago. I grew up with him sharing our family stories until they were crystallized in my mind. His last wish was for me to write his stories, which led me to find my Antioch family. And so here's to you, Dad.
Thank you so much, Peggy. The lovely speech for your father. I think I saw Pallavi's hand up, correct?
Correct.
Okay. I have sharp eyes.
Yes, very sharp, Victoria. You don't miss anything. Yeah, no, this is so emotional for me. I also didn't think, I just couldn't imagine this day. And it does feel like we were just in that room together that first day in a circle, introducing ourselves. And I feel like I've grown so much as a writer and as a person since that day. So I've said this already. I don't know that everyone knows that this MFA program was sort of like a secret gift to myself, because it was something that not everybody in my life supported. So nobody in my family knows. I have a few friends who do know. I was very protective of this because I didn't want, not everyone supports writing as a way to spend time. And I wanted to be able to spend my time writing and not have that tainted in any way. And so I want to thank the people who did support me through this journey. My fellow Taracos, of course, who are like my family, the MFA team, Daisy, Natalie, Dasha, and everyone else who's working so hard to run this program. I want to thank my mentors Jim Crusoe, Sarah Van Arsdale, Naima Coster, Jim Crusoe again, Jim Crusoe again, because I worked with him so many times. And my workshop leaders, Reina Grande, Alistair McCartney, and Francesca Leah Block. I want to say thank you to my dear friend who started out as a writer friend, but is now like a sister to me. She's here today. Her name is Tamika Thompson. Thank you so much, Tamika, for always supporting me and lifting me up. And I do want to say also thank you to my dog Spirit, who is no longer with me. Well, that's not true. She's with me every day. And she is the reason I started writing, and I really owe so much to her life. So thank you, everybody.
Thank you so much, Pallavi. And I hope you feel like you found another family here in the MFA program. Next up, I believe I saw Antoinette's hand go up.
Yes. I don't know. I'm still on a high from yesterday. It's just so much just thankfulness in my heart still. So I just want to just give thanks today. I just want to give praise and glory and honor to my Lord and Savior Jesus Christ, for without him, I could do nothing. To my favorite girl, my mother, Barbara Ann Wiley. Thank you for allowing me to dream, for giving me the freedom to be an artist. Thank you for giving me my first library card at 4. Thank you for surrounding me with books, for afternoon picnics of brown bag lunches underneath a bright open sky in the Eastman Garden at the Cleveland Public Library. Thank you to Antioch University's MFA program. I have been changed simply because of my journey here. To the Dream Team, Victoria, thank you for believing in me, for seeing me. Lisa, what can I say? I adore you. Thank you for always encouraging me, for being a champion of my work, for nurturing me and my weird ideas. Huge thanks to Natalie, Daisy, Dasha, Jessica, and Ashley. Again, all of you for your kindness, your guidance, your support, and your mentorship has meant the world to me. To my brilliant mentors, Naima Coster, Sarah Van Arsdale, Francesca Leah Block, and Megan Giddings. Thank you for taking my work to the next level. You've inspired me, pushed me, challenged me, and encouraged me to write with truth, depth, courage, and passion. Even to my workshop leaders, Amina Maysafi, Lisa Lacasio Nighthawk, Alistair McCartney, and again, Megan Giddings, and all of my fellow Antiochians who've ever read and commented and supported my work in any way. Thank you for just taking such care with my work. And to my Tarako family, I am so blessed, honored, humbled, and privileged to be a part of this cohort. I'm excited about where we venture next, and I believe it'll be together. Thank you.
Thank you. What a lovely speech. I'm excited for you as well. And I believe AP Goggin was next.
Thank you, Victoria. I stand in front of you guys today 3 times thankful. First, for having found this awesome community, which is Antioch, and everything that you guys know it's about. I'm so thankful to the MFA team. You guys have all been amazing. All the mentors, the workshop leaders, and the other staff and instructors that have made this journey so fulfilling and made it a part of my life. And I have come to conclude that I think Antioch is the best low residency MFA program in the country. And it is, I believe that in no small measure because of the care and understanding and support that you guys have all provided. And it has been breathtaking to see you guys shepherd this program through such a difficult time that we've been in with COVID and all these other challenges. Second, I'm thankful to all the students and fellow alum that have been a part of my writing life since I've arrived. a special shout out to the Turacos. I arrived here as a meadowlark, which was another great group of folks. But when I had to take a leave of absence, the Turacos took me in with open arms. And you guys have really, 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 in so many ways beyond just the writing, become a second family to me. And you have taught me so much, so many things that I didn't even know I needed to know. And I look forward to us spending time together after, and maybe we'll all end up in LA in June in person, so we can celebrate, not in a virtual way. And but nonetheless, I don't doubt for a second that we will all be a part of writing and personal lives going forward. And so thank you for that. And third, I would just like to take a special moment to thank my family, my beautiful wife, Jessica, my awesome daughter, Shelby, my awesome son, Evan, and also my mom, Lynn, and my dad, Tom. You guys have made sacrifices, you know, given away your evenings and weekends, and had to make extra car trips or spend time organizing things or cooking dinner when I couldn't be there, so that I could go on this journey. And as the chancellor said, I would not have been able to do this, not even close, if it wasn't for you guys' support. And I just wanted to say that I love you and I thank you for everything that you've done. And that's it. Thank you, guys.
Thank you so much, JP. That was really wonderful. Who would like to go next? Sona.
I need notes today, sorry. I'm very honored to be here with everyone. I know I may sound a bit redundant here, but I must thank Victoria Chang, Lisa Locasio, Natalie, Daisy, Dasha, Jessica, and Ashley. Anyone else I missed, I apologize. We can't overemphasize how much they've done for us from day one. Very few people know this, but when I applied to Antioch, there was a strange computer glitch that year. And apparently my application had been withdrawn spontaneously. And one August night, one evening as I was working away on a project for work, I received an email from Victoria Chang asking me why I withdrew my application. And I thought, my loyalties are sealed. Who does that? I've been through a bachelor's program and a master's program at an Ivy League, and I have never, ever been seen as much as I have at Antioch in the right ways, in the caring ways. And so I wanted to thank you for not only for this esteemed program, but also for the caring and loving community that you've formed here. I'm also indebted to my mentors. When I said they're a part of my collective voices in my head, I meant that in all the right ways. You have become a part of me. Your words and your wisdom have truly lit the way for me. You believed in me at times that I didn't, and you believed in my story. Victoria Patterson, Francesca Leah Block, Alistair McCartney, Jim Crusoe, and my workshop mentors, Sandria Faye and Reina Grande. Thank you so very much. The work that you do so generously without asking for very little is just the greatest gift anyone can give, and I aspire to that one day myself, hopefully. I'd also like to thank my sister, Aza, who'll be embarrassed that I said this, but for her, not only for her steadfast support, but for keeping me on track. She just poked her head in here right now and said I had the tassel on the wrong side. So, you know, for the little things, and also Antoinette, thank you for signing up for my first library card. Of course, it was to bring in twice as many books for her, but you gave me the world by giving me that first library card. And last, but certainly not least, I'm grateful to the lovely Turacos for opening their hearts and welcoming me into their fold with kindness and graciousness. I wish you, each of you, the very best in life and in writing. And as the saying goes, this is just the beginning. And I'm going to modify something I said at my reading. It was part of my reading. I'm going to say, go on, go, fly, fly. You were born to fly. congratulations to all of you, Rockos.
Thank you, Sana. That was beautiful. Thank you so much. Who would like to go next? Nancy.
Okay, so I don't have anything prepared, so I'm going to practice the art of speaking from the heart. I am so grateful for this program in no particular order, as the thoughts may arrive to me. I entered this program. I remember walking through the halls at Antioch on campus for the last time, for a while. And I remember sitting in that circle, our opening circle, and I remember thinking, what kind of institution has an opening circle? Like, not a top-down orientation. This was not we were not being oriented, we were being welcomed. And that, speaking from the heart, here's a practice that I practice in circle and in council. So Victoria, just bringing that in is so incredible. It's so revolutionary. There's so many revolutionary things happening here, like the Himalayan salt lamps in the meditation room. Incredible. Like, I knew I was in the right place because my mind was not only the only thing of value here, but also body and spirit. There's a very holistic energy here in this institution, which I will say, before I was very resistant, a little bit reluctant to committing to an MFA program, because after I finished the fellowship program with Penn America, which, as some of you may know, Victoria Chang was my assigned mentor in 2015. And that pairing has truly changed the trajectory of my life. I feel it in my heart so often. Probably say it in ways that don't do it justice, but Victoria, you have changed my life in so many ways. I wouldn't be here without Victoria, because I literally, as the research-oriented person I am, researched all 65 of the fully funded MFA programs in the United States. Whoa, which one was I going to go to? And then, just as usually happens in my life, by synchronicity, by divine timing, I ended up in a workshop with Victoria. Well, that one I meant to be in that workshop with Victoria, but at Idlewild. And it was then that, she was inviting me, to come to this program, and actually took a few times. You are persistent, Victoria. We all know this. And finally it just clicked, and I knew that it was going to be the right place for me. I know that now for sure. This is such a special community, so much humanization in the academy. It's unbelievable what everyone is talking about, seeing each other, feeling each other's hearts. So I'm just so grateful to the Taracos, to everyone, to all the program coordinators, the whole MFA team. I mean, yes, I'm just repeating all the thanks that everyone is giving. My mentors, I wanted to say this earlier, but all my mentors, Rachel Zucker and Chen Chen, but especially Carol Potter, who saw the bizarre garden of my manuscript and watered it rather than, I don't know, whatever else you could do. She encouraged that strangeness. And I'm so grateful for that. My parents are actually here today, so I want to thank my mom and my dad for being here. That's really special. And even though my boyfriend is out backpacking right now, because that's his thing, we're very autonomous. Like, I'm graduating in poetry and he's backpacking a mountain. I love him, and I'm very grateful for his support. Man, I feel like the Taracos, we know that we're going to keep in touch. I literally have 2 poetry meetings after this, because let me tell you something, like, the writing life doesn't end. And here's something I learned from my Penn Fellowship, from one of the authors. I unfortunately can't remember who, but I remember hearing that once something finishes, once a project finishes, already have the next one scheduled. So I already have an afternoon scheduled today. And don't worry, I take a lot of rest. Rest is revolutionary. May I bless everyone with much rest. But having something to do, something to love, and something to be grateful for, I think, is the definition of happiness for myself. So may we all continue to meet on our Zoom rooms and our Slack rooms. And is that it? I think so. Okay, I love you all. Thank you.
Thank you, Nancy. And I'm going to quote what Antoinette said in the chat. Nancy is the whole vibe. That is so true. What a lovely speech. Thank you so much. Do we have anyone else that would like to speak? And again, it's not at all required. I know we have a few more, but I'm just going to wait a few seconds to see if there's anyone else that would like to say a few words. Regina.
Hi, everyone. It is just starting to rain. So I'm gonna run over here. Okay. Hi, everyone. It's such a pleasure and an honor to be here with all of you in this way of doing so. I largely process things really slowly, and I'm slow in a lot of ways. I'm slow to speak, and I'm slow to find what I think are the right words. And talking is really hard. And I'm working on it, but just as someone who processes experiences slowly, I know that I have more. I know I have more than I've taken down to share, but there are some things that I wanted to share that I've learned through this whole thing. One thing that I did learn really quickly is that I don't have to do things alone. And I remember sharing that early on in a cohort circle, actually, but I'd like to take it further and say, actually, it's impossible. It's impossible to do this alone. This being the program, this being writing, this being this life. And I really wanted to thank you all for letting me need you. And in a lot of ways, preempting me having to say that I needed someone. And when I did say it, or when I submitted to it, I appreciate having been met with such warmth and compassion, be it when I've reached out to a mentor or another student or a member of the famously wonderful MFA team, Victoria, Daisy, Natalie, Dasha, Ashley, thank you all so much. This music is tripping me out. Thank you, Chris Arnold. Thank you, Terry Wolverton. Thank you, Carol Potter. Thank you, Angela Morales. Thank you, Marco Wilkinson. Thank you, Sarah Manguso. Thank you, Sharman Abt-Russell. Something that Pallavi said yesterday stayed with me, as always. And also, Pallavi's like the funniest person I've ever met. Pallavi spoke yesterday about trusting that you have something to say and trust that someone will want to hear those things. I have more than developed that trust in my voice here in this program. And more than that, and not to be woo-woo about it, I didn't promise to not be sentimental today, so sorry, not sorry. I feel trusted. I've been challenged to push against what I perceive as my limits, as far as writing deadlines and the number of pages that we've produced and my imagination. I've pushed against all of those limits, and it's not just for the sake of art making, but it's also in the interest of improving the world. And all of you Taracos who I could thank individually and profusely for a different reason. I have been learning this whole time what belonging means in so many ways. So many ways life tries to teach me this, that I belong. And you all taught me what it feels like in the body and in the spirit, what it means to belong before I knew it in my brain. So thank you for holding me.
Thank you, Regina. That was really beautiful. I just want to say that I've read your work and you are so, so special. I think you process things thoughtfully and with a lot of fire and spirit. And we're so lucky to have you as part of our community. And I think we have just a few more. Is anyone feeling brave? Oh, there. Okay, Kara.
I feel like I got to say a lot in the speech, and I'm so thankful for that opportunity. And I said a lot last night in our closing circle, and I cried then. So see if I can hold it together. I thanked all the people I wanted to thank on different days in different ways. It's hard. I raised my hand after Regina because one thing that I learned in this program, and I learned it a lot from her, was to be brave. Because some things are really hard to write about, but when you have someone who comes and talks to you because of something you wrote, it's just, it feels like you're in the right place and like I'm doing the right thing. And as the people in my life know, jeez, this was a dream. This was a dream come true for me. And it took me a long time to get here, a long time. And I'm just so thankful for all the people, and you know who you are, that made it happen and supported me and loved me and read my work and wrote me notes and challenged me and inspired me. And I wanted to be so brave, and it took me until the last workshop to share my bravest piece. And it was a really scary piece to share. And everyone in that workshop, they just welcomed me and they talked about craft, which is what I needed. I didn't want to talk about the stuff that was in it. I wanted to talk about how I wrote it and how I could do it better. And but while also having my back and saying like, it's okay. And yeah, as you can tell, I totally didn't prepare this. So yeah, thank you and much love to everyone. My Taracos, it's pretty great having you people in my life and surviving this pandemic with you.
Thank you so much, Kara. So nice to see your family there, cheering you on. And I think that is it, correct? I think we have 2 Taracos that aren't here today. I'm just going to wait. Yes. Okay. Perfect. Well, thank you so much for all of those lovely thoughts. It's my favorite part of this whole ceremony. And now we get to open our graduating gifts together. So all of you should have received your gifts from the program that were marked boldly and packed by Daisy. Thank you, Daisy. Do not open. So if you have it around you, I hope you pulled that out. Please take them out at this time. And if we could just do a group opening of the gifts together, and feel free to unmute and show us your present from us.
And I will spotlight all of you.
Okay.
Oh, cool. Nice. Cool.
Cool.
Oh.
Oh, that's awesome.
A Tarocco mug is not a thing you find ready-made at a gift shop.
That's right.
That was great.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you
And
so
Beautiful,
much.
guys. Thank you.
And there's a little leather bookmark with the MFA program inscribed on it. So thank you again. And on behalf of the MFA program and the university at large, congratulations. We look forward to watching you grow in the real world. If we could just unmute one more time and give our graduating Tarocos a big round of applause, that would be really wonderful. Thank you.
Congratulations.
Congratulations.
All right.
Writing your names on the back of this.
That's right.
And with that, that is the end of our ceremony. Thank you so much for spending your Sunday with us. Thank you to all of our special guests, Mark Hauer, William Groves, Anjali and Jetty. Thank you to our graduating student speaker, Kara Sharp. And I think I've gotten everyone. So hope you enjoy the rest of your Sunday with your family. Hopefully, if not, that's fine too. And we will see you in the new year. Take care. Bye-bye.
Congratulations. Bye, you guys. Congratulations, everyone.
Hi, honeys. I'm totally writing Tarocco names on the back of this.
Oh, good idea.
Yes.
Great
That is an
idea,
awesome
Kelly.
idea, Kelly.
Bye, babies. See you soon.
How do I look, guys? How do I look?
You look so good, as always.
I'm getting professor vibes, JP.
You guys have a great Sunday.
You
Love
too.
you guys.
Take care.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Thank you.
Bye, everyone.
Thank you. Bye.
Great day.